The playoffs feel like? You know there's no tomorrow.
Hey, dude.
Well, when you're 7-0, when you got everything on the line, a lot of your goals are on the line, it is a playoff game for those goals. Every week's a championship game for those goals. You guys rise up. You are much better athletically, much better prepared. All you got to do is play your scholarship, get the job done, don't miss tackles, don't have penalties, don't put the ball on the ground, and we will be victorious. 8-0, party at the bell, baby. What you work for, what you work so hard for. We got to sustain our blocks and get after it. We need to play emotional defense. Balls out, get after it, under control defense. Have a score 80, I'm all with you. But have faith in the program, have faith in your coaches, have faith in your peers and fellow players. Anything they can throw at you, you will be dominating. Challenge me. That's the type of mentality you gotta have. No reverse speed flicker completed. They can still no reverse speed flicker if they want. But we're gonna cover take it. No screen completed. The quarterback drops back 15 yards. They don't have a pass player who drops back 15 yards. Regardless, shutout or not, we just gotta play our best game. We can't play their game for them, but we can dictate a little bit of what they do. By pushing them backwards, by staying up, getting up on the ball, by concentrating offensive line and not going up on the ball, we need to mix up the count. That's why we've been doing all those perfect drills all these weeks. We can mix it up. We are the total package. Nobody else. This is Rancho's story. They're just another check. Another candidate to the ranch. They might be mentioned in the footnotes of our book. This is not a challenge. This is Rancho's history, baby. Get out there. We have deep leading, big hits, big celebrations, 48 minutes. Clockwork. That's about 2.5 hours, real time. Don't get cheated on your opportunities. Every one of you are going to have a fantastic opportunity to show your stuff. You guys are really unique. You guys go through all the stuff to be an athlete. What's an athlete? A person that is not normal. A person that goes beyond the norm. That's why you play sports. You guys get it done. More than the next person. That's why you excel in sports. That's going to be my quote to the paper. You misspelled tailback in this thing. K-O-S-I. Bullshit. No respect. All in. Coach of the year. All Canada, all CIF. Perfect season. 14-0. It's all there. We can get it done and have a great celebration. Go back to work next week. We got 48 minutes of football. Fun time. That's what you pay dues for, folks. Fun time. Hey. We'll practice all week. Come out and watch some teams score all the points. That's what Bolster Brandy does. You guys ready to have fun in your lives?
Yes, sir.
Ready to kick it back?
Yes, sir.
No mercy. They think they are the best linemen. They think they have the best backs, best defensive line, the best linebacker. They think they have the best. Well, we got news for you. deep, watch the screens, watch the pass. Destroy the power. That's going nowhere. Unless we stand up, play over the top, and don't read our keys. Don't read the tight end's corner, let him get behind you. It's simple. It's easy. Game 8, you got the perfect season going. We're looking at 8-0. 48 minutes of football, we're looking at 8-0. Everything's going right, perfect, to the T. Got one small speed bump in front of us right here. This week. We'll take care of that. We'll go on the run. You guys with me?
Yes, sir.
What's your captain's good luck? Good ball, baby. Come on, man. Every day, baby. Love this stuff. Love this stuff. Hey, did I lie to you? Did I tell you? Hands up for a second. Did I tell you it's a huge responsibility to be a winner? Yes, sir. You set them lofty goals. It's a major responsibility because you got to go through all these emotions. It's easy to be an average 5-5 club and loser. It's easy. That's why 90% of the population doesn't get to play in the final. It's a huge responsibility, so you got to overcome these emotions, overcome your challenges, and be a champion. Because someone's got to do it. Why not us? Someone's got to do it. And it is us. You believe in me, you believe in the program, you're going to go out there and kick some ass. Bow your head. Lord, thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Got chills going all over my body. I know it's part of you. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. The ranch is prepared. We are ready. We are oiled gladiators, baby. Thanks for being a part of us. Please keep us healthy. Please put the fire inside of us. Dominate these guys. And you can enjoy our celebration, and we will enjoy your celebration at the end of 48 minutes. In his name. Amen.
Township for Los Amigos and Leo's 14 for Rancho Amigos. Currently in the rankings in Division 8, Los Amigos is ranked 8th, Rancho Amigos is ranked 3rd.
refer to you as the green team. So if you hear us say green captain, we want one of you guys, okay? If you hear us say white captain, we want one of you guys.
All right. Everybody, everything on line. You guys with me this evening? You guys with me tonight?
Start the game. We'll have the green team. They'll be on this side of the field. They will receive. with them, so you see that kind of stuff that plays really well.
Recovered by number 12, Brian Vickers.
Missing our tackles, can't do that.
You just stop it, baby.
They're not.
Sorry, Polo Ball! Oh, aquí!
Well, let's go! Oh! I don't remember how.
Come on, it'll run back. Perfect.
On the board because they're beating our special teams. Told you, if you want the total package, the special teams is just as important as the offense and the defense. Our special teams broke down time after time after time. All the way from the kicker not putting it to the corner, to the team not closing down, to the side he's running. What side do you think he's running to when he sprints to the sideline? We gotta close down ranks. Make some hits. The eye in the sky is not going to lie. Some people are going to lose their jobs. They're not getting after it. We got a kick right here. It's a very important series, this first series right here. We stuffed them 3 plays now like you did the first series, the first half. We can go back and score and get on top. Start having some fun. Defensively, overall, we're doing a pretty good job. Except the sweeps are killing us because we're filling the wrong holes. We're going too far outside. We're not nobody inside pursuing. We got to make sure everybody pursues. Everybody pursues. Just because it goes away from you doesn't mean you take the play off. What's the alternative? A loss. You got to be able to do what you can do. Offensively, about everything is working good. Go have a victory party at the belt. Is there any questions about it? We need anybody injured? What? Sweet. Right now, the last comes clean, you can't come up. We got a couple passes. I think they're going to try and pass a little bit, but first they're going to try and establish the line of scrimmage again. First they're going to try and get some confidence in 77, 60, and those guys. If they get them guys feeling good and having fun again, then we're going to have ourselves a war. And if we can stuff those guys and make them feel like they're not getting things accomplished, then we're going to have ourselves a party. Feel inside. All your hard work. Lead chance, baby. Lead chance. Lead chance. Come on, baby. Let's get after it. Come on, lead chance.
Come on, man, let's go. Keep it up,
Captains.
Let's get fired up, baby. Let's get fired up, baby. Let's get fired up. Stop fired up again, baby. They ain't nothing. Baby. Come on, Red.
Lead chance. 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 All right, let's give it up to the left. One more time. Let's give it up to the left.
numbers this time.
Oh, okay. We practice this the other day.
There you go. Yeah.
It's all planned out.
There you go. It's not the whole thing, dude. But this man's supposed to do him. Go, nine! Oh, yeah!
Look out for the runner! Because they would remember it and give the ball to the left and then go right over to the quarterback football and the play. It's not bad at that. That ball boy was smarter than that play. I have this what are you going to do?
Next week, then we got to take on Grove, and then we're going to officially be league champs. Yeah! I don't know, the Ferret or something?
The Mustang. Sabina's a Mustang.
That's right. Horsies. Hey, how about a hand? Leo Horsies, 300 yards. Hey, is it me or did we have the offensive line out there tonight? Yeah! All right, guys, let's take a prayer and let's go have some fun. Dear Lord, we thank you very much for this great celebration. Thank you that no one got injured. Thank you, we had a great evening tonight, and it's another step towards our ultimate goal, the league championship, and hopefully this first CIF championship. Amen.
Won't probably go much wider than the hashes all night long, but the key is going to be how well the linebacking core and the lines hold up for each team.
We talk about two important injuries, one for each team. Ryan Cleary, the great kicker for Los Amigos, he is out tonight with a pulled right quadricep. And for Rancho Alamitos, Alex Blanco, one of their star running backs, he was hurt in the third game of the year, and he is back and he is suited up and he can play tonight.
Yeah, this is almost a miracle as far as if you're a Rancho Alamitos fan, Jeremy. You know, they were talking about Alex Blanco being out for the entire season, you know, and well through into the playoffs. He had an MRI done on the knee last week, and they found that he did have a torn ACL. But yet here he is tonight, ready to play football. So, my goodness, what a lift this has to be for Rancho Alamitos.
Well, as you can see, we're excited about this game. We hope you are too. We're set for kickoff. We're going to send it to a break. Stay with us because we'll come back with the opening kickoff right after this. Casa Grande Stadium. We are set for kickoff. Rancho Alamitos will receive. Los Amigos will do the kicking back deep. For the Vaqueros will be Leo Cosi, David Vickers, and Mike Hanlon. To do the kicking in place of Ryan Cleary will be number 22, Jose Rodriguez.
It's going to be interesting to see, Jeremy, tonight how this unfolds with Los Amigos not being able to have a secret weapon in Ryan Cleary with that quadricep problem that he's got.
Absolutely. So if it is a close game, we'll keep a close eye on that. The distance of the field goals may come into play.
Yeah, you remember Ryan Cleary was the young man who beat Pacifica with that late game field goal.
And we are underway, and David Vickers takes it at the 9-yard line. He's up to the 25, and he has got a hole, breaks a tackle at midfield, and he is tackled down at the 45-yard line of Los Amigos. And that is a big start for Rancho to get a big kick return from David Vickers.
That's right, Jeremy, and you know, key players come up with big performances, and David Vickers all year long with the special teams has done a fantastic job.
So Rancho will begin its first possession from the 44-yard line of Los Amigos. In at quarterback will be Taylor Yandel.
One of the keys tonight, too, Jeremy, for Rancho will be their play of their special teams. They've scored 5 touchdowns this year off of special teams, so they do a good job in that area, too.
First down and 10 from the 44. Pitch to Cozy wide left, and he is smothered back for a 3-yard loss at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, you know, you see Robbie Gleason there for Los Amigos squeeze everything down and not let Leo get to the outside. I think what Los Amigos is trying to do is they're going to try to keep the Rancho runners bottled in, Jeremy. They're not going to let them get outside because, you know, as our fans know and we've seen all year long, you let Rancho get outside and they turn the corner and they're gone.
And you mentioned it in the open, the defensive line will be a big key. We see it on the first play. Los is equal to the task.
Yeah.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 13 from the 47-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the right of Taylor Yandel. He is under center. And we have a flag down on the play as Jim Greek from Los Amigos jumped, and that's going to give Rancho a free 5 yards.
Yeah, I think one of the game plans for Los is we're going to see is they're going to put 8 men right up on the front, right up near the line of scrimmage, Jeremy, and they're going to just come after Rancho and try to get the running back stopped before they can get to that line of scrimmage.
And if they keep those 8 men up front, that will challenge the Vaqueros to put the ball in the air. And as we addressed at the beginning, they are a running team, and so is Los, so we'll have to keep an eye on that too. 2nd down and 8, and it looks like there was a false start by the center, and that was the center, Ruben Amaya. So Rancho gets a free 5. They give it right back. A little sloppy of a start for both teams. Or now maybe a little nerves.
That's right, Jeremy. I was just going to say, you know, this is such a key matchup. The winner tonight is probably looking at the league championship, and there's probably some nervous stomachs out there, and the kids are so fired up. They're, you know, the adrenaline's really going, so things will settle down.
2nd down and 13 now, again from the 47-yard line. Yandel back to pass, and he is sacked by Los Amigos. Egbert Payan in right away for the sack, and 2 plays, 2 very good defensive starts for Los Amigos.
Yes, so far Los Amigos is winning the battle up front. Granted, it's still early, but like we said, Los Amigos is going to bring 8 men up front and really challenge that smaller Rancho line. And you saw Payan there come from the flanks there and capture Yandel before he can cock and fire.
So that drops Rancho back to its own 47-yard line. 3rd down and 19, just the start of things. 10 minutes left to go in the first quarter, the first drive of the game, and it's a pitch to Cozy. He's looking for room on the right side. He's got it. He tries to get around the corner, and he runs. He's still in bounds, finally knocked out by Tagatuli at the 30-yard line. And on 3rd and 19, the Rancho Vaqueros are able to get 23 yards. Big play.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you, what an effort by Rancho and particularly Leo Cozy. He knew how far he had to go 19, and when he was met right at about the first down marker, boy, he ducked his shoulder and turned it up and got a few more extra yards for that first down, and that's what makes Leo Cozy such a tremendous runner. As you'll see here, he gets to the outside and he gets squared up field, and now what he's doing is getting positive yardage. He'll make a little dip in and bust it to the outside, and boy, he's elusive and he's strong. And watch here, he's going to make contact here. He's going to keep his balance, spin and bounce. Just a tremendous effort.
And there's a flag on the play. 1st down and 10 from the 30-yard line. It looked like there was a jump on Los, and it was, and that's Egbert Payan again. Once again, those nerves coming into play. He's trying to get a good jump off the ball, and it costs the Lobos 5 yards.
And one thing too, Jeremy, when you've got 8 men stacked pretty tight inside, you know, if Los Amigos lets Rancho get to the outside, there's not much between you know, the goal line and the Rancho ball carriers, as you saw there, and they got some good stock block downfield by one of the receivers too.
1st down and 5 from the 25-yard line. Yandel rolls to his left. He's being chased. He gets away from Gleason. He's throwing deep. He's got a man. It is knocked down. Good defensive play by the Lobos. That ball seemed to hang in the air for a long time, and it was Alex Bedolla who made the nice defensive play.
Yeah, Taylor Yandel, Jeremy, knew to a toss. He opened earlier, but he had to skirt around in to keep from getting sacked. And you'll see here he eludes Robbie Gleason here. Now, Tuatasi's open, but by the time Taylor can unload and the ball kind of floats on him a little bit, Los is able to get back into the defensive coverage and knock the ball down.
With that pass, Yandel equals the number of passes he attempted all of last week against La Quinta in Rancho's 55-7 win. That brings up a 2nd down and 5, and it's a pitch to Cozy straight up the gut, and he gets about 3 yards before being tackled by Eki Taula, and that'll bring up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, now you're going to see down here closer in that red zone area, you're going to see strength against strength, and Rancho comes with that pitch power, and again, Los is going to be able to challenge Rancho up front, and you see Leo get about 3 yards on that pitch power, which brings him up, oh gosh, maybe 3rd and just over a yard to go.
So it will be 3rd down and very short for Rancho. 9 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We hope you are going to join us for the rest of this game. It should be a very good one in what probably will decide the Garden Grove League title. 3rd down and short. The pitch is wide left to Cozy. He's got the 1st down and more. He breaks a tackle. He breaks another tackle, and he's inside the 10. 1st down and goal for the Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros at the 7-yard line. And Jeff, after a couple of penalties at the beginning of this drive, this is turning into a run drive, and that's just the way the Vaqueros like to do it.
Yeah, Rancho's starting to get a little momentum going now, and they're starting to click, you know, and the line led by Sean Sandoval and Robert Mitchell and Antonio Salgado. They're going to have their hands full, but I tell you, they're not quite as big, but they're probably just as quick, if not quicker. So look for those 3 young men to lead the way tonight for Vickers and Cozy. And if they can just get enough space for those backs to pop through, I think, you know, Rancho will be successful running the ball.
1st down and goal for Rancho at the 7-yard line. Power formation. The pitch is wide right to Cozy. He cuts it back inside. He is into the end zone for a touchdown. And 8 minutes, 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Rancho jumps out to a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, and hand it to Leo Cozy. I'll tell you, he made a nice cut to the inside, Jeremy, that freed him up to get into the end zone. They showed sweep on the play. If we get replay on this, watch the lineman, watch the right guard and the right tackle for Rancho Alamitos. They're pulling out now. You'll see Leo bust it to the inside. He cut off all his blockers, cut off their tails, and it gets right into his. He smells that end zone, and he can get in there.
And the extra point is good. And we saw Cozy breaking the tackle of Alex Bedola to get into the end zone. When he smells the end zone, like you say, nobody's going to deny him the 6 points.
Alex does a real good job of reading his blockers. And he does a real good job, too, of setting up his blockers. You know, he'll look to the outside. He gets the defense flowing to the outside. And then what he can do is he's got such good strength. He makes that nice quick cut right off the tail ends of his linemen, and he's got a nice little running alley there. So this is the start Rancho wanted.
It's a 7-play, 44-yard drive for Rancho Alamitos after the big kickoff return by David Vickers. 3 minutes and 39 seconds it took for Rancho to get the first score, and now they are ready to kick off. And it will be Juan Medina to kick off. Back deep will be Eki Taula and Mike Longmire, and they are very good returners, averaging over 30 yards each on these kickoff returns. We'll see what happens. The kick is up and back, and it is taken by Taula, and he breaks it, and he just gets tripped up at the 35-yard line. He was a shoelace away from breaking that one, Jeff.
Boy, I'll tell you, both kickoff return teams have really sparkled so far, and like you said, Jeremy, that's a shoelace that, or an ankle tackle or a hand or whatever you want to call it, that just kept that young man from getting into the end zone too.
So Los will take over, starting their first possession from their own 35-yard line. Good field position for them, and Tong Win will get the start at quarterback tonight. And he is got a lot of speed, which Coach Takahashi said against this defense, that'll be good. The handoff is right away to Tagatuli, and he pounds ahead for 3 yards. It'll be a 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, this is really interesting. You know, I've never known Coach Takahashi to make a quarterback change right in the middle of the season, much less in a championship game. So this young man, Wynn, must be doing a pretty good job for Coach Takahashi to have that kind of confidence to put him in a game of this magnitude.
And we were talking to him before the game, Jeff, and Coach Takahashi said he's got the speed so he can run away from the Rancho defenders, and he also can pass, so that gives him the double-edged sword that they're looking for. 2nd down and 7, 7.5 minutes left to go. The pitch is to Naja Key, who dives forward for a couple. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. And Jeff, in a tight game like this, 3rd down conversions may be a big factor.
Exactly. Field position and 3rd down conversions are going to be, that's going to be the key to this game too. You know, you're going to see both teams come out stacked eye, power eye, you know, at least 2 backs in the backfield most every play, and they're going to just say, here we come, you stop us. So yeah, definitely the 3rd down conversions, because if either team has to keep giving up the ball to the other, you know, that's not going to be good.
3rd down and 4, and Wynn fumbles. He recovers, and he is sacked under, back at the 35-yard line. And that was Eric Camarillo who got the last lick on. Looked like a little problems in the snap, and Los Amigos will be forced to give it up.
Yeah, and again, you talk about the 3rd down conversions and the execution, and that play never got a chance to materialize because there was I don't know if it was a bad exchange between the center and the quarterback, but whatever the problem is, they're going to have to get that rectified in a hurry.
So Los Amigos will have to punt it away as we take another look, Jeff.
Yeah, you'll see the quarterback come out, and the Wynn really had no chance to even get the play started. He's looking for the ball, and all he can do is get down and protect the ball on himself because Rancho unloaded and brought about 5 guys on top of him.
Timeout, Lobo. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time,
Los Amigos takes a timeout with 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the first quarter, trailing 7-0. They will have to punt it away, and David Vickers is standing all by himself at the 30-yard line.
Well, I think what Coach Takahashi might be telling his punt team, Jeremy, is that, hey, listen, you know, this kid Vickers, you know, you can't give up on him before the whistle blows. We got to surround him. We got to gain tackle. And again, we mentioned earlier, Rancho Alamitos, the special teams have done a fantastic job this year. Like we said earlier, they've had 5 touchdowns off a kickoff return and punt return team. So Los Amigos is really going to have their work cut out for them tonight. They're going to have to get their punt team, they're going to have to get their men down quickly in a hurry and surround Vickers.
And this gives us a good chance, Jeff, to thank Dairy Queen, one of our sponsors. Dairy Queen of West Garden Grove, located at 12510 Valley View near Lamson, for sponsoring tonight's game. For the next 2 weeks, stop in for their Monday Night Football special. All delicious home-style brazier hamburgers are half price from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. That's Monday, November 4th and 11th, only at Dairy Queen of West Garden Grove. John L. Sasser is back to punt. Standing at his 20-yard line is David Vickers. The punt is off, and it will bounce down at the 37-yard line. Gets a nice Los Amigos roll, and it'll be touched dead inside the 30 at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, fortunately for Los, the ball did get a good roll. He rolled about 20 yards. Looked like the ball came off the side of Alsasser's foot, but nevertheless, you know, he gets a decent yardage out of it. Now Rancho setting ready to go on their second possession.
And with 6 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in the first quarter, this becomes a big possession for both Rancho's offense and especially Los's defense. You don't want to get down 14-0 against this Rancho Alamitos team.
No, because, Jeremy, both teams run so much, the clock's going to, this game's going to fly by, you know, and, you know, you're going to need every second you can get.
So first down at the 28-yard line. Tiandell handing to the middle, David Vickers, and he gets about 7 yards up to the 35-yard line. And another big factor, Jeff, is first down yardage, yards on first down. If you give yourself second and short and third and short, you got a pretty good chance to get those first downs.
That's right. You know, as a coach going in, you always want to anticipate at least getting some positive yardage at first down. When you're trying to call a game 1st and 15, 1st and 11, that makes it really difficult to do, you know, and you'd like to be able to at least, you know, be able to stick to some type of a plan you've got by making positive yardage, whether it be 1 or 3.
Second down and 3. The pitch is to Cozy. He breaks a tackle, gets up to about the 39-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. And like you say, Jeff, the clock is running. And we have under 5.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, what Los Amigos is going to have to be real careful of, you know, they certainly have the size and the strength up front, but I think one of the things that Los is going to experience is I don't think they've been able to compete against running backs like Cozy and Vickers yet. You know, they've played against some good teams and some good running backs, but the thing about Vickers and Cozy is they're strong, but they're also fast. And when you're bigger and a little bit slower, it's going to make it real tough for them.
First down and 10 from the 40-yard line. The pitch is Cozy. He is outside. He's got the corner, and he's up ahead to the Los Amigos 45-yard line. That's a gain of 16. And just like that, Rancho is on the move.
But I'm going to tell you something. What made that play go is, I don't know if we'll get the replay or not, but you'll see David Vickers right here. You're going to see Vickers number 2. He's going to come and he's going to wall off the outside linebackers, which allowed Leo to get around the end and turn it up and make good yardage. And we've talked about all season. David Vickers, not only is he a good ball carrier, but as far as I'm concerned, he's one of probably the top blocking backs in the league. He just does a tremendous job blocking for his teammates.
First down and 10 for Rancho at the Los Amigos 45. David Vickers, the lone back. He gets the pitch and he's going left. He's got another big hole, and that's another gain of 6 yards. And Rancho is piling on the rushing yards here in the first quarter. And we talked about David Vickers and Leo Cosi, how strong they are. That puts added pressure on the Los defense to make the tackles and secure them so they can get help from their teammates.
Yeah, and you just saw a good example there of David Vickers, how quick he gets to the line of scrimmage. I mean, he was by that first line of defense before a lot of those defensive linemen were even able to react to the play. So, it's really impressive, the job David does, and Leo too. And you might want to watch, the game at home when you're watching. Watch how fast these backs get to the line of scrimmage.
Frank Ortiz and Kyle Leopard wide to the right. David Vickers, the lone back, he gets the call up the middle, and he pushes ahead for about 2 yards, which will bring up a 3rd down and 3. And Rancho continues to run the ball. 3 minutes and 39 seconds left, and this brings up another 3rd and short.
Yeah, again, this is going to be a big play for Rancho. They're inside the Los Amigos 50, and with 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, this might be 4-down territory for Rancho, but as far as Los Amigos goes, they've got to make the big play here and get that ball back.
3rd down and 4 from the 39-yard line. And as Cosi gets the call on the outside, he's got a 1st down, and he is still running down to the 25-yard line. 1st down, Rancho, and they look to be using that sweep to the right side, and they're pretty successful with it early on.
Well, again, both lines you'll see out here, Rancho Alaminos' line is getting off the ball a little quicker, and they're a little bit more mobile, at least in this stage of the game, and you're going to see Mitchell and Sandoval and some of these linemen for Rancho being able to pull and get out around and lead their running backs up the field a little bit. They don't have to knock Los Amigos over. Sometimes just getting in their way is a good enough block, especially with the backs that Rancho has.
With the speed of the backs, Cosi and Vickers, like you said, Jeff, they are past the line of scrimmage before you blink, so you really have to be heads up as a defensive lineman. 1st down and 10. Yandel rolling to his left. He's looking to pass. He's got a Tuatasi, and he overthrows him. It looks like he was open for a second. Robert Gleason was applying the pressure, and Yandel had to get rid of it.
Yeah, what happened was Gleason was fighting through the block of David Vickers. Rancho had lined up Vickers in a wingback formation type thing to try to seal that outside. And, Robbie Gleason's an outstanding ball player, and finally he gets through the block and puts a little pressure on Taylor, and by the time he could, get his arm cocked and fire, again, the defensive backs were able to react to Tuatasi downfield.
7-0 Rancho, 2 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 2nd down and 10 for the Vaqueros at the Los Amigos 25-yard line. Cosi, the lone back. Sean Young and Frank Ortiz are split wide right, and Cosi gets the call, and he gets maybe a yard or so. Nice defensive swarming job by the Lobos.
Yeah, now you see on that time they lined David Vickers up again a wing, trying to again seal the outside, keeping the defensive the outside backers and the ends from being able to get down, stretch the play out. And what Leo had to do then, Cosi, was he's going to have to turn it in a little sooner than he wanted to, and the pursuit of the Los Amigos defense was able to track him down.
We'd also like to thank Perry's Pizza. They're located at 6937 West Chapman Avenue at Knott Street for providing their delicious pizza for the crew of tonight's game. Stop in for their daily specials, including pizza by the slice, the early bird pasta special from 4 to 7, and the all-you-can-eat spaghetti special from 4 to 9 every Monday and Wednesday. Yandel scrambling. He throws deep in the end zone. He's got a man. And it is a touchdown. A great catch by Frank Ortiz, doing a toe dance at the back of the line. And he is going to get a flag for excessive celebration. But right now, I don't think he cares. That's a great pass by Yandel to Ortiz, and they jump on top 13-0.
Well, I'll tell you, Taylor did a fantastic job of getting himself freed up, and they threw a nice tight spot with Ortiz, who, like you said, was at the back of the end zone and caught it with both feet. And you'll see Taylor, he's rolling to his left. He looks like he's going to try to pull up and run here, and I think that caused maybe the defensive backs to just freeze for a moment. But you can see the ball fit right in nicely, and Ortiz does a great job of keeping both feet in before he goes back behind the end of the end zone. So, boy, we talk about the running, but again, the running will open up a pass play for you here and there. And, again, Rancho gets the big play, and now they're up, and Los is in trouble here in this first quarter.
So the extra point now, instead of being spotted down at the 10-yard line, will be spotted at the 25-yard line after the 15-yard penalty by Ortiz. So we will see if that has an effect. Juan Medina will attempt the extra point. And you can't overstate the footwork by Ortiz. It's a great pass by Yandel, but Ortiz spotted the end of the end zone, and he got his 1 foot in, and that's all you need.
Very heady play. He knew right where he was in the end zone.
There's the kick. It is up, and it will be wide to the left. So after the penalty to Ortiz, Rancho is moved back. They are unable to convert on the extra point. So the score remains 13-0 Rancho, but 2 possessions for the Vaqueros, 2 scores, and they have to be happy with the first quarter so far.
Yeah, the way things are going, I'm surprised Rancho didn't try for 2 then, rather than trying to kick it from so far back the way they've been moving the ball. But no, seriously, that's again lifting Rancho, to that momentum level that they like, and their kids are really fired up. You can see over the sun, you can feel electricity over on that side of the field. So, we'll see what happens now. If Los can get a big return here, they're right back in it too, because don't forget they score quickly too with that Najee Key and Sean Tagatuli.
By no means are they out of this game. It's just the first quarter, 1 minute, 42 seconds left, and especially with this duo back deep between Eki Taula and Mike Longmire.
Yeah, we've seen this season, Jeremy, with Los Amigos being down by 2 scores, especially in the Pacifica game, and they were able to come back and win that one. So you're right. No, Los isn't out of this.
Kickoff by Medina. It's fouled by Taula. He gets up to the 27-yard line, where Los will take over with 1 minute and 37 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And now this becomes a very important possession for the Lobos. They got to get something going. They had 3 plays and out their first series. They have to get something going right now.
Yeah, I think Coach Takahashi is going to try to stick that game plan. Obviously, they've fared well, obviously, running the ball, but also to try to give their inexperienced quarterback, try to get him some type of a rhythm, maybe get into a rhythm or start to get a little more comfortable with the way things are going in the flow of the game. So, look for Tagatuli and Key to keep getting the ball.
Wind up in the 3-back set. The pitch is to Najee, and he's got a big hole on the left. He covers up the ball, and he's got a nice gain out to the 35-yard line, a gain of 7. And just like that, Coach Takahashi not throwing any game plan out of any window right now. He's going to stick to the running game.
That's right, and they came out in that stacked eye with 3 backs lined up behind the quarterback, and that's a power formation, boy. And I'll tell you, they give that pitch to Najee and just let him find that alley between maybe off the tackle or between somewhere between the tight end, and he does a real good job of turning upfield and getting good yardage.
Najee with the call again, and he's tackled right away by a host of Vaquero defenders. No gain, and you saw on the last play, Najee covering the ball with 2 hands, protecting it. He has had a little trouble in previous games fumbling, so that's one of the things they want him to do is hold on to the ball, and he's done a good job.
Yeah, now you'll see Zachariah and some of these defensive linemen for Rancho, Roberto, and some of these guys up front. They're smaller in stature, and a little lighter, but they stay low and they get to the ball, and Zachariah did a real nice job there of skating down the line and making a play.
Here's Wynn on the keeper, and he's got a first down. There is a flag on the play, but there's the speed that Coach Takahashi was talking about. Tong Wynn rolling out on the naked bootleg. He gets the first down, but we'll wait to see what the penalty is, as one of the Lobos is slow.
Yeah, you see here on the replay, Jeremy, like you said, he comes out on a bootleg here and gets turned up, and he is quick. He takes a big hit there, but he does a good job of hanging on to that ball. If they start doing this with Nguyen, if they start maybe bootlegging or rolling out with stuff, that's going to put more pressure on Rancho's defense, because not only they have to, play tough inside, but now they're going to have to widen their defense a little bit.
And you take a look at the Lobo who seems to be injured. That's Augusto Partida. We'll see if he's okay. We'd like to thank Dairy Queen once again for sponsoring tonight's game. For the next 2 weeks, stop in for their Monday night football special. All delicious home-style Brazier hamburgers are half price from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. That's Mondays, November 4th and 11th, only at Dairy Queen of West Garden Grove, and they are located at 12510 Valley View Street near Lamson Avenue. They have those hot eats and cool treats, so go ahead over and stop by at Dairy Queen. The flag was against the Lobos. They're backing up. It was a hold. So a first down on a third down conversion gets nullified. And now they'll have a third down and roughly 11 yards to go for the first down.
Yeah. And here's that situation now. They've got their second, third down conversion attempt, Jeremy. We'll see what they come up with now. They've got a long way to go here.
There's trouble with the snap.
Fumble is recovered by
Looks as if the Los Amigos Lobos have recovered. Not sure what's happening. The players are a little confused, but the Lobos have recovered, and they will be forced to give it up once again. And that is the end of the first quarter. The Los Amigos Lobos trailing the Rancho Alamitos Vaqueros 13-0. Stay with us. We're coming back with the second quarter right after this. John Elsasser back in punt formation. High snap. Great catch by Elsasser. A great job to get off the punt, and he gets off a beauty. Drives Vickers back to his 30. He picks it up, tries to pick it up, and fumbles. And he finally recovers it at the 18-yard line. A great job by John Elsasser. And Rancho starts with the ball at the 18-yard line after a nice play by the big puncher.
Yeah, it looked like on that punt, Elsasser got all of himself into that punt there, you know. Going back to that last third down play by Los Amigos, Jeremy, we talked earlier, that's the risk that Los Amigos is going to take by starting Nguyen, who hasn't played all season long. See Elsasser make a nice grab on that snap, a high snap, and boy, he swings that right way across there. That's not exactly how you coach punters, but I'll tell you, the young man got the ball away in a good strong leg.
Leo Koshi gets the pitch, and he jumps over a man, flag down, and he's up to the 26-yard line. We'll check out that flag. But those hands by John Elsasser, he's the center on the basketball team, and his jumping ability and his big hands helped him on that last punt. We'll check out the flag for you. It's a hold against Rancho, which will push them back.
Just to finish, Jeremy, on that last thought that we had on that last third down by Los Amigos, you know, with Nguyen playing in his first game this year, you know, we saw for the second consecutive third down play, he's fumbled the snap. So, you know, we're talking about that's the risk we're going to take. But, you know, as long as he keeps in, you know, and doesn't, if Coach Takahashi, you know, decides to stay with Nguyen, you know, that certainly will help his confidence, you know. And if he can get in the flow of things, they start running him a little bit. You never know. All of a sudden, the young man might just turn on and make a couple of game-breaking plays. But right now, I don't know if it's nerves or what, like you said, but they're going to have to figure out something on these third down plays.
Well, now they've pinned the Vaqueros after the penalty back inside their 10-yard line. It'll be first down and 20 at the 8-yard line. And this is a position where Rancho will probably run, and they go back to pass right away. It's Yandel going deep, and he overthrows the intended wide receiver, who was Alex Blanco, back into the game. And Jeff, it was nice defense on that play by the Lobos defender, Ray Sanchez, but Alex Blanco, just seeing him back, if you're a Rancho Alamitos fan, coming off that knee injury, and Coach K said he was available to play, and he is playing, and that's very good for the
Yeah,
Vaqueros.
you know, Alex, being the tremendous athlete that he is, not only can he run the ball, but he can also catch the ball. And, you know, still trying to, you know, that knees can't be 100%, you know, obviously, and it's a little tender. But running him a receiver, that just, boy, that gives Rancho another threat down there. But Sanchez did a real good job running step for step with him, you know.
Cozy gets the call, and he's up the middle and gets tripped up at the 17-yard line by Eki Taula. And that was a great tackle. Again, just clipping his shoe and tackling him by the ankle, and that saved another big gain.
Yeah, you see on the replay here, David Vickers and company leading up the way through the hole for Leo, and you said he got tripped up, or he would have had at least another first down and maybe even more.
We talk about Blanco, who is playing receiver. Coach K said he couldn't cut as well with that knee, but he can still run, and he runs very fast. Of course, in the first 2.5 games, Blanco rushed for 330 yards, so he's a key weapon no matter where he is on the field.
Yeah, with that ACL problem that he's got, the problem's not so much running straight up and down the field. The problem that you get with that is trying to make your cuts and breaks, you know. And we talked to Coach Case and his coaching staff before the game, and they said that, you know, with that ACL problem that he does have, they're concerned about, you know, his cutting ability and being able to change direction in a hurry. So at receiver, you know, you don't have quite as much problem like that as Alex would at trying to run the ball. So, you know, this could be a nice weapon for Rancho, having him out there with that speed and the good hands that he's got.
A holding penalty brings the ball back. 3rd down and 16 for the Vaqueros. Cozy's gonna throw it. He's got Ortiz into double coverage. Nice defense by Lavertus Riley back there. And it will be 4th down, and Los Amigos holds, and they should get the ball back in fairly good field position.
Yeah, Rancho tried a little razzle-dazzle there, but you know you got to hand it to Los Amigos. Their secondary was disciplined, and they stayed with the receivers, didn't get caught up in all the play action and the fake run part of it, and they were able to collapse on the receiver, and now Rancho's got to give it up.
Back to punt for the Vaqueros, number 9, Eric Camarillo.
It's going to be Eric Camarillo back to punt for Rancho, and Eki Taula standing at midfield, ready to receive the punt. Now he's at the 49-yard line. Camarillo gets the punt off. It's a wobbler that'll bounce down at the 35, take a Vaqueros bounce, and it will come to a stop at the 47-yard line. So great field position for the Lobos, and with 10 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the second quarter, trailing 13-0, this is a very good opportunity for them to start running the football, doing what they know how to do, and try to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and again, Rancho was unsuccessful in the 3rd down attempt, and now having to punt deep in their territory, that gives Los real good field position to start.
We'd also like to thank West Grove Trophy, located at 7441 Garden Grove Boulevard at Western Street, for providing the Player of the Game trophy for tonight's game. Stop by West Grove Trophy for all your trophy needs, and say hi to owner Al Marshall. Najee Key with the call. He stiff arms one defender and gets up to the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6. And Najee Key.
Yeah, Key did a lot of that on his own individual. They ran a little counter play out of that stacked eye, and Key was hitting the backfield, but he shook off the attempted tackler and makes some good yardage on that 1st down play.
Najee Key, one of the top rushers in Orange County this year. 141 carries coming into the game, 1,055 yards. And of course, he had a huge game last week we'll tell you about. After this 2nd down and 6 play, it's Tagatuli straight up the middle, and he is close to a 1st down. It looks like he has enough, and that was a nice play. Straight power football right up the middle.
Yeah, straight ahead to Sean Tagatuli. And you know what? I think one of the things about Tagatuli that makes him so important to this team is, you know, he's the heart and soul. He's been here now 3 years, and yeah, you see him here on the replay following his line, and still a straight ahead play, quick play that they run. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of things that go into being a leader for your team and the heart and soul of your team. But I'll tell you, Sean Tagatuli, I'll tell you, if the chips are down, I sure wouldn't mind having him in my corner. You know, we've seen him play for 3 years now, and he means an awful lot to this Los Amigos team.
And as we take a look at the measurement, it's going to come up just a bit shy, so it'll be 3rd down and a couple of inches for Los Amigos. And this becomes a very big play, getting back to Najee Key. Last week, he had 293 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns. He was the top rusher for the week in all of Orange County. And he is just an incredible kid. And as is Sean Tagatuli, with this running tandem, they're in pretty good shape.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So 3rd down and inches, the pitch goes to Key. He looks for the 1st down on the right side, and he finds it down to the 34-yard line. 9 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the 1st quarter, and Los Amigos trying to march down the field and put some points on the board, trailing 13-0.
You know, Jeremy, you talk about that